And good evening, everyone. We are following a breaking news alert from Detroit's east side.
Hey, good to see you again this morning, Darlene. We are about 18 to 20 miles just northeast of downtown Detroit. And let me tell you, there is a big focus on, let me show you right behind me, this old driveway right here and what may be beneath that driveway.
Well, in today's world, many of us are simply lost without our cell phones, so we get upset when our battery runs out. But guess what? There is an app for that. All right, so far so good for all the 4th of July celebrations. Thank you for being with us for Local 4 News at 5.
And Rhonda, this morning I have got the caution tape out because watch out below. We're right on that fiscal cliff, and if you have a job, get ready to pay. Just how much? I'll tell you next.
Welcome back, everyone. This is beginning to be a white-hot controversy.
Oh, yeah.
Look, she says it was 1:30 this morning when she heard a huge explosion right next door. When I mean right next door, take a closer look here. I open up her side door. Her door's blown out here. It is actually melted, and then look at that. That's the house next door that is now in her driveway. Follow me this way, if you would. Look at this strip of buildings here. We're not talking particle board. We're talking brick here, just completely blown out. Did you know what to do, or did you just slam on the brakes?
There was no time to even think. It was just a wall of snow, and then as soon as you could see, it was all cars.
Where is Florida Gulf Coast University? Let's see if it comes up. I don't know.
Did that work?
Siri doesn't work for me very well. Let's see.
Sorry, I don't know much about golf.
The picture is terrible.
Thank you. We're starting this morning with big news about the future of the city of Detroit and a huge meeting called by Detroit's financial manager, Kevin Orr. He is gathering the city's creditors near Metro Airport in just days, where Local 4 has learned that he is going to offer the creditors just a few cents on the dollar of what the city really owes them. Here's the latest. Well, there's more to tell you about this morning. I'm told by sources close to this crisis situation that everything remains on the table to fix the city's crisis, and that still includes the possible sale of some artwork at the DIA. Well, we hope you enjoyed fireworks last night, but listen to this. Luckily, more than 24 people are expected to be okay today. After a fireworks show went horribly wrong in California, thousands gathered in Simi Valley when suddenly the fireworks started shooting right into the crowd. Unbelievable. Police are still investigating here, but they say it appears the accident happened when a platform holding the fireworks just tipped over and then started shooting them in the crowd. Can you imagine you take your kids there,
I was
just sitting on your blanket, and then that happens?
I can't even begin to imagine.
Welcome back, everyone. This is beginning to be a white-hot controversy.
Oh, yeah.
The White House and members of Congress are defending the government's practice of collecting phone records, but that really is doing very little to quiet the controversy.
No.
Thanks, Rod. Detroit police, fire, and EMS had to go most of the day today without any radio communication. Things are apparently up and running now, but the problem with Detroit's radio system remains here. Our Will Jones is live to explain how all this is working out. And bottom line, Will, can dispatchers talk to the people they need to talk to right now? He sounds pretty good.
It sounds fantastic, I think.
How about that? Sports time now with Jamie. I've been on the edge of my seat with Pistons free agency. They haven't done anything, but now we're talking the Wings. You're going to be talking about this next one. Speaking of fashion, a new survey is out concerning women and when they should stop wearing certain revealing items of clothing. I'm so glad it's Lauren doing that live shot this morning. I'm so glad. They hand them to you hot.
Oh,
They're
yes.
so hard
That
to
looks
resist.
good.
Oh, I know.
We also want to tell you, thanks, Lauren. We also want to tell you Dunkin' Donuts getting in on this as well. They're giving away, if you purchase a beverage, you get a free donut. And
Not me.
No?
No, I got my coffee this morning. And
Well, maybe you have to ask for it.
I'm not asking
Maybe
for the
because
free
they knew
donut.
you were going to get some of these
Forget about the
today.
chains. Let's talk about the local guys.
We did, and let's give everyone a good perspective of what exactly has taken place here. Here's the family's home behind me. That's what's left. But I want you to first start to look at the path of this storm. Look over here just across the street. A township garage destroyed by this tornado when it dropped down right here, and then it missed the middle school and high school here in Atlas Township, bounced over the road, and then the Mahaffey family home here took a direct hit. Now, the mother and her 3 little children were home at the time. She scooped all of those little lives up and held on for dear life in the basement. Take a listen to her amazing story.
Took pillows down there. I told them that we had to pray to be safe, and they kept praying, and I heard it coming. I just threw pillows over their head and laid on top of them.
Ashley Mahaffey saved her children with her husband at work at the GM plant in Flint. This mom knew a storm was coming. Her father calling her and telling her to get her kids to the basement. She protected her 4-year-old girl, 3-year-old boy, and 8-month-old baby girl when a tornado hit her house.
We saw flashlights coming from our neighbors on this side, and I opened my basement door and yelled, "We're in here, I have 3 kids," and the fireman came in and carried my 2 big ones out, and I carried my baby.
Ashley and her family moved into the home about a month ago. Now that house is gone, and so is Ashley's wedding ring.
My wedding ring, it's the only thing I lost I care about. I mean, my kids are safe. I don't care about anything else.
Now let's take you 23 miles north and west of here to Genesee Township and Mount Morris Township near Flint. Bertram Lawrence is here checking on his brother, an emotional reunion after their business suffered heavy tornado damage.
This is unreal. This is absolutely unreal.
A tornado hitting here just after 9 last night. Businesses along Saginaw Street taking a direct hit. Police now going door to door this afternoon again to see if anyone was hurt.
It's just lucky that it went and dissipated in the 5-block area. If it would have went over, it would have probably even been a little worse.
Back here live in Atlas Township, I just checked with the township supervisor here and the police chief up in Genesee Township, and so far they have found no one injured by anything flying around in this storm. I want to direct your attention to your TV screen right now because you can see just how random this storm was. So the Mahaffey home is destroyed in the little barn, a little shed out back, absolutely untouched. We're going to give you a closer look inside this van and show you how these guys were actually stealing gas while we're learning that there may be a team of these guys stealing gas from stations all over our area. Local 4 cameras are there to take you inside this average-looking van with a not-so-average homemade contraption inside that's surprising even the police. The van has been customized to be a gas-stealing machine. A deep fat fryer serves as a holding tank. 2 hoses hooked up to a pump are snaked through a hole cut in the van's floor. Samir Bazi is the clerk here at this BP on Grand River and the Southfield Freeway. He says 400 gallons went missing from his tanks last week. And his clerk then spotted this van in the parking lot at 4 this morning.
I told them, that guy, there is something going on. I want you to watch outside very carefully. Watch if somebody park above the tanks.
Now let's look at the station's security camera video obtained by Local 4. There's the van. And then there's 2 men running the pump. They're on the sidewalk trying not to draw attention to their scheme. That's when 2 smart Detroit police officers approach and look under the van. Both men reeking of gas. They're arrested on the spot. They open the van's doors to make the shocking discovery. 100 gallons of stolen gas were inside.
They got me last Wednesday or Thursday for 2,100 gallons.
The plot thickens. Hafiz Bazi owns 2 Metro Detroit gas stations. This van and a different van siphoned gas from his underground tanks last week, siphoning more than 2,600 gallons. He's out almost $5,000. He says it's a crew of gas-guzzling thieves with prices so high. The question is, are they selling the gas back to another gas station?
I would be very surprised if these guys are going around selling it to drivers on the road. I'd be really surprised. They're selling it to other retailers.
More than $400 of gas was pumped into this van until these 2 were caught this morning. That sparked a hazmat situation. Fire crews called the van a rolling bomb. It's a crime that is surprising everyone who got a look at the homemade gas stealing system.
So that's like a big old bomb right there.
Well, with no way of pumping all that stolen gas back into the tanks here at this gas station, a private company has been called in to haul the gas away safely. From Detroit's west side, I'm Shawn Lay, Local 4. They can, and Carmen, Devin, everyone at home, I'm going to show you the videotape right away. There's a lot to take in that tape, but here's the deal, guys. Every parent knows that a booster seat is for your child's safety. This 9-year-old girl had her booster seat right here behind the wheel so she could see over the dashboard, but tonight, investigators I'm talking to still don't know how she could reach the pedals. Just before 3 a.m. October 8th, a red van can be seen pulling into the Citgo gas station at Telegraph and West in Brownstown Township. Watch again. You can see the driver sitting up and pressed up against the wheel. When that driver gets out, you can see she's just a child, maybe 4 feet tall. and that's her father with her. Inside the gas station, the father makes it clear he's drunk and his daughter is his driver.
9 years old. 9. Gas, brake, listen, we're leaving, and she's driving.
39-year-old Shawn Weimer goes on to brag about how drunk he is and how good of a driver his little girl is, driving him around in the middle of the night.
She drives us here, I swear to you. 9 years old, in the truck. We're parked right there. She drove all the way here.
Weimer buys his little girl a candy apple for her reward, and the two hit the road again. A customer follows and calls police.
Is the vehicle staying on the road?
She's driving pretty good. I'm telling you, I can't believe it.
Police can't believe when they pull the van over. The girl says she's driving just fine and asks, "Why did you pull me over?"
Like most adults would, she asked, "Why'd you stop me? I was driving good." Wow. Just incredible.
Just as incredible, a drunk dad bragging about his 9-year-old chauffeur.
Trust though, the little girl is fine, right, Shawn?
You know, she's okay, but Devin, she didn't want to drive that night. We're talking about 2:30 and 3 o'clock in the morning, and her dad had been drinking. Admittedly, she didn't want to go, but because the booster seat was here, they think that she's been doing this for a while.